What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pearl Media. In today's episode, we'll be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Let's get into it.
Oh, Kevin, there we are. Can you hear me?
Hey, I can.
Oh, great.
Hi.
But I was like, I had to jump on. I wanted to talk to you about the topic.
Before we get started, though.
Okay.
How old are you?
37.
All right, let's go.
I just went through the egg retrieval procedure last week.
Okay.
And what I realized is that birth control is a huge issue.
Birth control?
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean?
Because it's making women infertile. A lot of black women are starting on birth control at the age of 12, 13.
Okay. I don't want to convolute the subject, though. Talking about birth control, we're talking about IVF.
Okay.
That's too many different things. I mean, you're 37?
Yes.
Are you engaged or married or what?
No, not yet.
So
I'm dating.
Okay. But as somebody that's all up in no man's land, why IVF?
I'm not going through the IVF process, to be honest. For myself, I've been like a lot of the other women that you've called out, like, okay, you spent a lot of time getting your education. And I lived in the Middle East for several years. I was practicing law there. And
so you don't want kids? You don't want kids?
You know, for a long time, I did not.
Okay. Do you want them now or no?
I do.
So
and
what's the solution?
The solution is getting a husband.
Yeah, but so you're not freezing your eggs. So you're doing it the old fashioned way.
No, I said I froze my eggs last week as a backup, but the purpose is to get it naturally. Oh, it froze.
Yeah. When was your last relationship?
I guess I would say right before the pandemic. Yeah. So about a year.
A year.
Over a year.
Yeah. Pandemic started in March of 2020.
Yeah.
And how long did that last?
It was over 2.5 years.
And why did you guys get married?
Because I was living in the Middle East, like I said, and I wanted to come back. There was an offer made. We talk about offers. I support that idea.
Wait. He was in the States?
No, I lived in the Middle East. We were both in the Middle East.
Okay, so why didn't you get married?
I wanted to come here. He did not want to come here. We talked about it. Even when I came back to the U.S., he said, if you want to be married, you have to stay here. And I chose to be here. So that's my fault, right? But also, in addition to that, I didn't want the offer. I didn't want the offer that he put out. So that's fine. So I'm back here and I'm dating, and I have no concerns that I'm not going to find someone, but I just wanted to. Yeah, there's somebody for somebody, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, there's not. Why do y'all believe that lie?
Okay.
What percentage of black women will marry in their lifetime?
1 out of 4.
So that means that for 76% of the people, there's nobody for them.
That's true. But you know what? Oh, I want you to clarify something. 1 out of 4 black women, are they not getting married because they only date black men?
Black men aren't your problem.
Okay. What are the problems?
Y'all?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean,
so
no. I mean, you're 37 years old. Mm-hmm. You can tell me in your dating life of over 20 years you haven't run across men who are suitable for marriage?
Yes.
You're the problem.
I have.
The problem.
I was the problem.
Yes,
I already told you that.
I know that. So asking the question of you think it's because of black men is the way that.
No. Not because of black men. Because black women don't want to date outside of just black men.
Black women can't get men outside of black men.
Oh, okay.
Do you not realize most black men? See, This bullshit thing about swirling, men will have sex with you, but men tend to be racially loyal, especially the more successful, affluent of the group. If black women could date out of the race like black men would, y'all wouldn't be talking to us. So no, you can't, because they don't want to. They don't want to marry you. They will fetishize you. They will have sex with you, but when it's time to have kids, they want to have kids that look like them.
Okay.
So we got here on this notion that there's somebody for everybody, and that's simply not true.
Okay.
And what if? And my question is, what if all your everybody's you've already exhausted?
You know what? That is a possibility.
So would you have children without a wedlock?
That's a hard one because I am actually in a very conservative community. So children outside of wedlock is something that's very frowned upon.
But you're an attorney.
Yes.
Yeah, I know so many female attorneys who had kids out of wedlock.
I know, but I'm not. I come from a very conservative, so it's something that my family does not support. So they would prefer me to be married.
I don't care about your family. I'm asking if it means closing that chapter forever and ever because there's no husband, no preferable way. Are you 100% saying I would never do that?
No, I'm not saying it's not off the table. Because I'm going to tell you why.
Listen, and that's the problem because it's not off the table. It tends to get used.
Okay.
Because it's the one thing that women can control 100% instead of accepting. You want to marry me? You want to be married? You keep your ass in the Middle East. You take this offer. No, I want life on my terms. That's why so many women, professional women, who freeze their eggs become single mamas. The largest group of single mothers are over 30 years old, college-educated, professional black women.
Yes.
For that very reason. So
can't make this shit up, right?
No, I mean, the thing is, I do this because it's like, it's not as though you guys didn't have opportunities, but it's like, why is it that it has to be so much, well, you're dating. You say you're dating.
Yes.
But,
and I'm getting offers, and I'm entertaining offers.
Entertaining offers for what?
For partnership, companionship.
What does that mean?
Relationship.
But you want to be married.
Of course, but I respect that
that's not
marriage.
The same thing.
It's a merger. And Kevin, you have said that. So
I've said it from the man's side. That's not me. See, you ladies, this is when you ladies start getting twisted, thinking that y'all. Do the men you're taking these offers from, do they want to get married?
Of course.
I don't know. Of course, you're saying partnership, merger, there. So I'm just making sure we're speaking the same language.
If it's a guy for fun, there is no offer, right?
I don't know. I mean, I've talked to all kind of women, and what I do know is that you said you're taking offers. That means more than one man.
I said entertaining.
Entertaining. That means more than one man.
I am talking. I'm engaging with people. I'm dating.
Okay.
Exploring options.
This is when you ladies start playing slick and loose.
Mm-hmm.
Men who are looking for wives don't put themselves in groups of other. They're not going to all. The way you're basically making it sound as though this guy wants to get married, wants to marry me. This guy wants to marry me. This guy wants to marry. This guy wants to marry me. And I'm entertaining all these offers. Is that what you're trying to say? They've all told you they wanted to marry you and got a ring in their pocket waiting for you.
I wanted to say that I am open right now. I am seeing,
In other words, no.
Everybody has
In other words, no. In other words, no. They're not. See, this is where you ladies start to confuse women. Just be honest. You're not.
I'm not trying to confuse anybody.
Well, that's why I ask, because I'm entertaining offers and it's double speak. And I'm asking.
Yes, because for me, courtship is different from maybe what a lot of people, like I said, I've been in the Middle East. I was raised in a very conservative household.
I understand that, but I
No,
understand the
I'm
questions
not.
I asked. No, I understand the
I'm
questions
not
I
talking about
asked.
sex.
I
I'm
didn't say
talking
anything about sex. What are you talking about?
no. I'm just saying, like, I'm talking about like meeting somebody, talking about what I'm looking for. They're talking about what they're looking for. So we're trying to figure out, okay, how can we come together if there's an opportunity?
Oh my God. It is not this complicated, not this convoluted.
Okay.
It's not. But I like to get very clear. You like women come in here talking about um when you're dealing with somebody who wants to marry you, then you're entertaining an offer. Has anybody said I want to marry you?
Yes.
How long have you been saying that person?
But I rejected it. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
Is this a person that was in the Middle East?
Yes.
Man, how long ago was that?
I just said it was about a year ago. Oh, but those conversations actually ended maybe like 6 months ago.
You just brought somebody. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I'm a PhD. This is why it's so complicated to date professional women, attorneys. That's why they stay away. y'all are full of professional crap, man. Because you're basically saying I'm entertaining offers. You're dating. Fine, you're dating. But
yes.
nobody that you're dating, you're seeing one-on-one. Because what does not happen is a man of any value does not, in a dating scenario, say, I want to marry you and I'm ready to marry you, and he knows you're dating other people. That's not what happens.
I don't tell men what I'm doing. I mean, come on. Well, now I'm exposing myself, but I don't. Where do you do that?
And the problem is, this is why women like yourself end up by yourself.
Okay.
I think y'all are smarter than the game. Nobody plays games with y'all.
So you're saying that we should, but first you should date several men. But you're saying that when you get over a certain age, that we should not
date several men. But no, you should date several men. But when I'm asking you, when I say are you entertaining offers of marriage, that means men date, commit to somebody for a relationship, then propose. You don't get to men don't talk about serious proposals with a woman they're just dating. And basically, what it sounds to me, you're trying to give the impression that you're dating several men seriously, and you got possible fiancés here and there. And unless you're dealing with bums, men of value don't play that game.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. My way of things and my group that I move in, we just move in a different way. So
it's called single.
Okay.
It's called single and delusional.
We do courtship in a different way.
Of course, but it ain't working. It ain't working, and this different way is going to end up in what? Who's getting married in your group?
Do you know right now? I think I have about 4 weddings this summer. Everybody's getting married, and that is because the women are very clear. They set their standards early.
But are you one of these women?
I'm right behind them.
No, because you've been as clear as mud in this conversation.
Okay.
So I'm being.
I mean, what would you like for me to be more clear about?
Just hopefully you get what it is you want, man. Because it sounds to me I know what I'm hearing.
Okay.
The net of it is if you had a guy who wanted to marry you, and you were with him for years, a couple of years, and you didn't want to get married. Are you still that same woman?
That doesn't want to be married?
No, that does not want to cooperate with the man who wants to marry her.
No, I've been working on myself, and I've been working on that. And
have you had therapy?
Of course, I've had therapy.
It's not a course, man. It's not a real course.
Yes, I have.
So you've had therapy since you broke up with that guy?
Yes.
All right.
I've even had some like codependency issues, and
Well, then it sounds like maybe because if you've already had an opportunity and you can see that you mismanaged that, you don't want to mismanage another opportunity.
Agreed.
Because at 37, opportunities start going away. I mean, we can talk, but I know what goes on out here, and I just don't want to see a bunch more women end up freezing their eggs and end up choosing to become single mothers because they have the resources and they've mismanaged their relationship possibilities.
Can I be honest with you?
It'll be your best bet to do.
I was not going to freeze my eggs. I was really going to leave it up to God. And when I was watching your show, I started getting freaked out. And I was like,
Why?
okay, I should just go ahead and do it.
Why did you get freaked out watching my show?
Because you're like, oh, you're in a danger zone. And you're like, your husband wants to have children. And for me, like I said, I didn't want to have kids for a long time. And until I realized that legacy is important and the legacy will be continued on through my children.
Yep.
And I was
so
like,
my show
damn.
freaks you out because it's the truth.
Yeah, of course. And so
my show didn't freak you out. See, I would rather you ladies start telling the truth that life lied to me and Kevin Samuel's show.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that's not the story that gets told. Your story, your stuff is too harsh and this that versus women saying, I've been lied to and now this show showed me something that I actually found was important, but the world has been giving me a different story. That's really what I wish you guys would start saying, because the truth shouldn't freak you out.
Well, I could have told you that from the start, which is why I'm like, I'm 37. I've waited all this time and here I am freezing my eggs and it's too late. I shouldn't have done it. But, I should have already married. I should have married way before I left to the Middle East. Right.
Thank you. And that's what I've said. More women your age need to come out and start telling that truth so younger women can understand the lies that you were told and the women before you, instead of just holding it to yourselves to save face. I've said, if there's going to be a change in our community, it's going to be for women to start telling the truth to women so women can make better choices.
Okay, yeah, of course. I have no problem making that conversation.
Okay, and that's why I'm glad we kind of got through it, because unfortunately, my mother's generation lied to y'all. They said, go out and do your thing, get a degree, don't worry about it, and when you decide to get married, you can turn around and get married at any time. And that's not the truth.
But guess
because
what?
There's always going to be something.
And that's probably why I wasn't interested in having children, because I was hearing older women saying, don't do it. They have failed relationships. And it wasn't my mother. My mother and my father have been married almost 50 years.
I said our generation.
You're right. It was that generation. And then also, being a professional, when you're getting into these professional environments, the women that are, you see in power, they don't have children or they don't have husbands. So that's an influence.
Well, yeah. And like I said, this is why it tends to be harder for women after they become attorneys and especially going partner track. But what about what about all the men? Are they married?
Which men from my past?
No, the men in your profession.
Yes, men are married. Yep.
Right. So the women are single, but the men are married.
I see that.
And do the women that they're married to enjoy the same caliber and quality of life that women like you work for?
I think so. I want to say yes.
So let me get this right.
So we do all the hard work.
So you got the job of a man, but not the lifestyle of a man. But yet the man has the job of a man and also has the woman, and she has the lifestyle of a woman. One has to work 80 hours a week and freeze eggs.
I'm a PhD.
Buy a dog. Worry about dying alone.
No dog.
Or cat. But my point is, and the other gets to do something different. Less stress, different stress. I think that's a plan. And that's why I'm trying to show women, here's an option. If you want to go the career path, you got to get in there, and no one's going to give it to you because you got to compete with men. We're not going to give it. Or if you decide to do what the wives of the men that you be competing with, it's a different life. It's a choice. So We got there. Appreciate it though. Enjoy.
Okay, thanks, Kevin.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
So in this call, we had a 37-year-old woman who's currently dating. She says she wants kids, but here's the kicker. She already froze her eggs as a backup plan. And right there, you can see the mindset problem. Instead of facing reality, she's relying on signs and optimism to give her more time. She even said, there's somebody for somebody. And that sounds nice, it sounds comforting. But Kevin wasn't having it, because the truth is, not everyone gets somebody. That's just not reality. Especially at 37, single, still trying to figure things out. Life doesn't owe you a husband just because you want one. And then what really stood out to me is she admitted she was the problem in her past relationships. That's rare. Most women never admit that. But here's the thing, admitting it is one thing, actually correcting it is another. And the fact that she's still single at 37 tells me that those issues, whether it's attitude, decision making, or how she shows up in relationships, are still present. Freezing eggs doesn't fix character flaws. Freezing eggs doesn't make you more feminine, cooperative, or wife material. It just delays biology. Men aren't marrying you because you've got eggs on ice. They marry you because of who you are today, how you carry yourself, and whether you bring peace and value to their life. Kevin broke it down to her perfectly. This idea that there's somebody for everybody is just another way women avoid accountability. It's a comfort blanket to avoid doing the real work on themselves. And let's be real, at 37, the dating pool isn't getting bigger, it's getting smaller. Men who want families are looking younger. And the older you get, the more you need to be brutally honest with yourself. So my reaction, this was eye-opening. She had glimmers of self-awareness by admitting she was the problem before, but she still fell back into the same delusion, thinking time, science, and optimism will make things work out. That's not how it goes. You can't freeze accountability.